Hello, everybody. James here. And today I'm just making a quick video on Throttle-Stop. This is mainly for gaming laptops and how to achieve cooler temperatures to make the overall laptop last longer. Something that often gets overlooked is the battery actually has a temperature level that it needs to stay in. And if it gets too hot, it can cause swelling, it can just make it not last as long, and overall, the parts in the computer, they are rated for certain temperatures, but of course we like to keep those down. Now, during the initial video, I said I turned off Turbo Boost. That works for like 90% of the games that I play. I don't notice a difference, and when I do notice a difference, my frame rate is so stinking high, me losing 20 FPS, going from 200 to 180, not gonna be a big deal for me personally. But there are some games, PlanetSide 2, maybe some MMOs, are very, very CPU heavy and 2.2 gigahertz. So I believe that's the speed, somewhere in that 2 range. Just isn't quite enough. And in re-enabling Turbo Boost, I notice a drastic difference, not even on the highs, but the lows. Like the minimum FPSs, it feels a lot more stable. So I'm gonna go over Throttle Stop. Actually, I think I already have it running already. Let's open this up. So we're using 9.4.6. As you can see, I'm now well above the 2 gigahertz range, which is great because overall my system is running more consistent. Now, my temperatures do go up in the 60s, the mid 60s. I don't know if I've seen it go to the 70s yet, but that's still very, very comfortable. Even if it hit the 70s, we're still good. So, and honestly, it's pretty easy to set up. So, what first you want to run this as administrator, and then you'll kind of want to go the FVIR. Then you're going to want to do this for CPU and cache, but I'm sorry, CPU cache and then CPU core. But you're wanting to check this and then lower the voltage. Now, I've always done about 50 millivolts. I've never pushed it more than that. I have never really needed to go past that. So that's up to you on how far you want to go. But you'll want to do that for both cache and core. And what this does is, the CPUs, we'll say the CPU's voltage is 1.3-ish in that territory. Well, this is going to reduce the voltage a little bit, which in turn reduces the heat. If you go too far, the CPU won't get enough power, and then you'll cause instabilities, possible crashes. And, I didn't really want to push it that far. 50 millivolts seemed to be nice. But another nifty tool I see that gets often overlooked is over here. You can reduce the turbo ratio limits, and I just have it to 3.5 gigahertz, and my performance is stellar. The temperatures are also very, very low. I'm getting the best of both worlds. 4.5 gigahertz is really, really high for a laptop. Um, and those numbers are typically fine for basic use. Say you're opening up a web page that's very, very intense. Well, boosting up to 4.5 gigahertz for 10 seconds isn't going to affect anything. The issue comes to gaming for extended period of times for an hour or two. Because at that point, 4.5 gigahertz is going to put those temperatures to the 90s, right? Which is still considered safe by Intel standpoint or AMD, depending on what CPU you are. And it may be safe for that, but it may not be safe for the other parts in the laptop. And also, I personally don't want to hear my laptop's fans at 6,000 RPMs. It sounds like a jet engine. So, ultimately, doing this, fantastic. Now, after you find the settings that you like, you'll want to do the save voltages immediately. But there's another step that I see that often gets overlooked. If you go to your task schedule, you can go over here and create you can create a task. Um, and ultimately, wait, is it? I think it's sorry, it's basic task, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's create a basic task. And ultimately, you give it a name. So we'll call this one, I don't know, TS for throttle stop. I already have that one, so I'm gonna put two. So next, you want to put when I log on. You want it to boot on every time you turn on the computer. You don't. My last laptop, I didn't know how to do this, so every time I turned on the laptop, I had to go and open it. Sometimes I would forget, and yeah, no, just when I log on, then you're gonna just want to start the program. Then you're going to want to find the exe. As you can see, I've already done this. You just click throttle stop, click open, and then you hit next. I'm gonna do the README because I don't want. I'm gonna have to remember to delete this. Um, and then there's another step. I'm just doing this off of memory. I think we want to click this, and then click finish. Yes, here we go. So yeah, it should do do what I just did. And then you're going to want um, it, it depends on how many users you have. I'm the only user, so I'm not really worried about that. Conditions, you're going to want to uncheck these. You want this to be applied no matter what. Um, and I believe that is what you're. Oh, and then check run with the highest privileges. That's also very, very, very important. And once you do that, you'll be golden. You'll be good to go. It'll boot up every single time. Your temperature is going to be low. Performance is going to be great. And yeah, if you found this video informative, give the video a like. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I plan on doing some gaming and some other stuff. Just finding the time to do that has been a challenge. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.